Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Restin' Easy with Chris and
Freezy. And it's been a while, so you might want to pause and grab your favorite beverage because we got a lot to unpack.
It's the intro music. Okay, and we're back. So, you said we had a lot to unpack.
Yeah, let's start with the fun stuff first.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Croatia?
Oh, Croatia.
Oh, yeah.
Croatia.
Hold on. Wait, I got one.
Yep. We're going to put our Croatia hats on. There we are. Now we're back in Croatia.
There you go.
That's what we did. Croatia.
Yes, we went to Croatia over Labor Day weekend, and it was excellent.
Excellent. It was a new country we've never been to.
New country.
New country.
But yeah, so the hotel we stayed in, it was called Villa Triana, and it was an adults only. It's a smaller boutique type hotel. There weren't a lot of rooms, but it was on the beach.
Oh yeah, and I got some great footage
from the balcony.
There's also this one tree, little origami tree thing. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, you got some nice photos.
We'll go back to the room. Go back to the hotel.
Yes, it was. It was a lovely room. The employees were fantastic, and it was. We actually spent quite a bit of time in the room, and on the balcony actually.
Yeah, looking out at the sunsets and all that stuff.
But we did do other things while we were there, and the main thing that we did was we took a day tour to Plitvice Lakes.
Yes.
Which is a very well-known area to visit, and learned a little something. We didn't do our research beforehand as far as where this was.
Yeah.
So the whole time we were in Croatia, it was in the 80s.
Yeah. Yep. And then we went to this.
It was over what they call, it was in the continental portion of the country. And by the time we got there, it was in like the low 50s. Yeah.
It was cold. And all we had was shorts and short sleeve shirts.
So we bought another
hoodie. Yes.
Another souvenir. We each got hoodies.
Yes. But they're actually pretty cool. I liked them.
Yeah. Originally, we weren't sure if we were going to keep them or if we were going to, give them away.
Yeah, do the tour. No, or do the tour and then be like, oh, these don't fit anymore.
But I was like, yeah, we got it. Yeah. But yeah, it was about a 6-hour tour of walking. We had our guide, and there was probably 40 of us?
40 of us, yeah.
And
a nice little souvenir shop where we bought our hoodies. And well, first of all, we had to meet them in the city of Zadar. And Zadar.
It's Zadir.
Zadar.
It's not Zadar. We know that.
Yeah. But then we took the bus ride. It was like an hour and a half bus ride.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. We took the bus ride all the way to the lakes. And then when we got there, like she said, it was
cold.
And
then we took the brain.
Yes.
It's called the brain. Because it's the bus/train. We took that up a ways. To our actual starting point of the hike. And
what's famous about these lakes?
So there's two areas. There's the upper portion and the lower portion, and they're one is the lower portion is limestone, I believe, but the upper portion was what? Oh. Damn it, we should have looked this up.
I don't know, but all I remember it was the lakes were on a level all the way down. So we got the brain, took it all the way up to the top, and then we walked a little bit, and then we took a boat ride
across one of the big lakes.
Yeah, and then we
stopped and actually had like an hour for lunch.
A little break area. Yeah. But as you know, I'll add some photos and all that stuff of all the places that we saw. It was great. Excuse me. Watching the water fall. But we didn't see the backside of water, which is kind of sad. I mean, I'm sure if we were in oh my goodness, the Jungle Cruise, wow, we would have saw that. But
there were lots of waterfalls.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's what it's known for. But you as he shows the footage, you'll be able to tell the difference of the upper lakes and lower lakes because of how the material that they're created from. But beautiful area. Both sections it was just very cool.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Yep. And then we took the 1.5-hour bus ride back to town. Yep. And then we stayed in town to get the sunset. Was that the sun? Yeah. That? Yeah, it was the same day. I had my camera with me, and I set it all up because we were at one of the big tourist attractions of the city.
It's a sea organ, and
the sea organ.
They would put pipes in the steps, and so when the waves hit it, it sounds like an organ.
Yep. So I sat there and set up my camera and all that stuff to capture the sunset and all that stuff, and it was it was too cloudy. We didn't capture it. Didn't actually capture it. We captured the sunset on the second day.
Next day.
The next day.
That's right.
Yeah, but it Croatia's sunsets are beautiful. And where we were at during this, right there in the main city, you have boats coming in and out, sailboats, yachts, all these different things. And I know I got a couple of them where there was a sailboat just right at the crest of, the sunset and myself. So it was kind of like right across. It was actually pretty cool. Hopefully I'll put them in, But
Alfred Hitchcock has been quoted as saying that the sunsets in Zadar are the most beautiful.
They are. They're very beautiful. But,
we have lots of places to explore. So,
Yeah. We'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. And we did do a run. We did a 5K run on one of the days just along the water area. And he'll put in a separate video of that.
Separate video on that one.
And there are Roman ruins as well in the main town area. It was weird though because they weren't. I mean, and the thing is they're not necessarily in Rome as well. You can walk in and out of them, no big deal. But people are just like sitting on them and everything else. So it kind of took away from the the significance of what they were.
Yeah, it was just It was kind of weird, but it's understandable. I mean, there really wasn't anybody there to police them to say, "Hey, get off them."
Well, no, because there's no barriers or anything.
No.
You could just walk, through them and just sit on, the ledges.
Yeah. But the food was delicious. We ate at multiple different things. We had Mexican one night.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, that was okay. And then we had Italian. We had pizza.
Yeah, of course. And we had
the city right in the city.
The Sunshine. What's that place? The first place called Sunshine Terrace.
Yes.
Or is that I'm thinking in Epcot?
Maybe.
No, it was called Sunshine.
It was something. Yeah.
But yeah, we sat and had. I know I had a schnitzel. We are multicultural. So
yes.
We are Americans that live in Germany that go to other countries to eat
other cultural foods. Yes. So it's kind of like Epcot.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, yeah, the food was delicious. The beaches were beaches. They're not like a normal, rocky beaches.
They're not sandy beaches. Yep. They're rocky.
Yeah, and they weren't nude. Just normal beaches. And the sunsets were beautiful.
And and they're very popular. The locals definitely like their beaches.
Yes.
Oh, and we took public transportation
the whole time. Yeah, we didn't rent a car.
We flew in, and it's very easy to use. I mean, I don't know that we've really had major issues anywhere with public transportation.
No, none. I don't know. Maybe Madeira. No. We didn't do anything in Madeira. We walked everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Except the only place we did is we took the Uber, not the Uber, the taxi to the start area where we had to meet the bus. That was it.
That was weird, yeah.
And that was still easy because we had set that up ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. But that's Croatia.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Dubrovnik is one of the more popular. It's larger cities in Croatia, but Zadir, I'd highly recommend it. I hear Split is really cool as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll definitely go back.
Go take
to
our hats.
Croatia.
Take our hats.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for Croatia.
That's Croatia. Okay, hat's gone. How's my hair? My hair okay? There we go. All right.
I don't brush mine anyway, so yeah. Okay, so
moving on.
Yes.
What's the next topic?
We really haven't sat down since Fusen, which was July 22nd.
Yes.
That was the last time we sat down and talked about anything. We have tried a couple times. Mm-hmm. It just didn't work out. So that's like 2 months of stuff to unpack. Running. Yeah.
So if you want to pause again to go get a refill on your drink, more than welcome. Yeah. We'll give you 3 seconds. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Okay, now, all right, moving on to...
We have been running.
We have.
Well, you've been running like once a week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I've been lazy.
Well, no, it's not even lazy. You've done your run, and then you were doing better with your strength training. Yeah. Except for this last week because...
Well, I've been traveling all over the place and getting sick.
Yeah. And me, I've been doing well on my runs, but I fell off my strength training a month before I'm scheduled to do a marathon. Don't do that.
Yeah. But we have been doing the runs.
Oh, yeah.
Since July, since Fusen, when that was just a terrible run, because we've already talked about how that was just bad.
It wasn't bad. It was just...
And how we need to redo things.
I need to work on my hamstring strength. That's it. But yeah, we've done several long runs. We did trail runs, and you actually did post one of those. Mm-hmm. And there was also at the end of that, if you haven't watched that video, a brief excerpt from our local curvey. Yep. And curvey translates to candle. And each small town has one. It's almost their version of an Oktoberfest. Yep. But for your much smaller towns. And we've done a couple trail runs, and then we even did a long run on the treadmill. Ooh, yeah, I did. What was it? You did 15.
15 miles on the treadmill.
I got 11.5, and I'm like, F this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was done. The problem is your gait changes on the treadmill versus outside, and on any different terrain, that your gait changes. And I started feeling it more and more the longer I'm on the treadmill, and I didn't like it. So, and also it's a treadmill. I mean, I don't mind running on the treadmill. I actually do it on a regular basis for the shorter runs, but
we're just gonna have to get used to it here pretty soon.
You are, because she's big baby. It's cold.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so I ended up doing 11 and a half that weekend.
Yep. I remember doing the 15 miler on the treadmill, and it was like every 5 miles I'd have to text Breezy here to, hey, I need a water stop. Yeah. Because I was running out of water. So she'd come down and give me some water and stuff like that. Which is pretty cool. And then I think I had the radio going, just listen to some music and just going. Yeah.
It was storming all weekend. Yeah. That's why we ended up having to do it.
Yeah. And then just normal
long runs. We've done several of those. Yep. My longest run before Berlin was a couple weeks ago, and I did 17 miles, and then I walked another mile to get to 4 hours. Don't ask me why I didn't just run to 4 hours. I don't know.
And then previous to her running that, I did the Ramstein half marathon the day before, so that's why I did not run with her. Yeah. For that one, so
I think you went out and did a 3 or 4 mile walk though.
Yeah, I did, because it was the
Garmin badge.
The Garmin badge, yes.
That's right. You had to walk 3 miles.
So I mean, to a sense, are we still training for things?
We are. Which we'll be discussing here soon.
Are we okay? So we got those. What I mean,
Runs?
I think
what else we got?
That's
the strength training. Yeah,
the strength training.
Like I said, And the thing is I feel it because my hamstrings are the first things to get tired and sore during my long runs. So I know that's a weakness. And a goal to work on that as we move into what we are now training for.
But you have to say about how I have improved in my strength training.
Yes.
I've been doing a challenge. It's called a weekly challenge, and it's 6 exercises. So every day I go downstairs and do my stretching, and I do the 6 exercises, which are jumping jacks, push-ups, crunches, reverse dips, squats, and lunges. And I record how many I do within 1 minute. So I keep on going for 1 minute. And I got a little record downstairs. I think I've got.
Yeah, you have it on the whiteboard.
On the whiteboard, yeah.
He tracks his record, and then he tracks this week.
Yeah, previous week's records, and then if I make any adjustments or if I beat the records, then I just move them over into the previous week. So, been doing that. I might change it up, but we'll talk about that in our next thing. What's the next thing over there?
So next we've got, what we're currently training for medals.
Oh.
Real quick, I'm sure a lot of you may know if you've seen any of the shorts or even the expo. I ran Berlin last week.
Yes.
But that's going to be in next week's video. We'll recap it. Right now, this is everything leading up to it and moving forward after it. Yeah. So that's why we're not talking about it right now.
We don't talk about Berlin. Okay.
But yeah, so moving forward, we are still training because we have 3 Run Disney weekends that we are signed up for. Coming up.
First is
2-course challenge. 10K half marathon.
Yep.
And then 2 months later.
That's easy. 2 months later. Run weekend.
Dopey challenge.
Yes.
And then a week later.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast half marathon.
Yes, half marathon.
So the training does not stop.
So we got to talk about the medals, right?
Yeah. So that's what we're leading into here is talking about the medals because they've released the Disneyland weekend half marathon medals and Walt Disney World's marathon weekend medals. Which ones do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about Run Weekend. So,
okay.
I mean, overall,
they're not bad.
They're not bad.
I mean, we're always going to be happy to earn them.
Of course.
We've talked about this before, but we signed up for Dopey this time because I was looking at the themes. I'm like, oh, those are cute. I'm sure the medals would be great. And so click, we do Dopey instead of Goofy.
Well, I mean, there was a big discussion about it, about either doing Goofy or Dopey. And I'm always going to be like, well, if we're going to be there, might as well do Dopey. Can't just do Goofy. Just do a half marathon and marathon. It's only a 5K and a 10K. Dopey. But tiredness, waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning every day.
What the heck was that? All right, anyway. So we're doing Dopey.
We're doing Dopey.
And the medals.
Yes.
Should have just done Goofy.
Yeah. The Dopey medal is just... Yeah.
Okay, so there's a Figment medal that's the challenge medal for Wine and Dine, and then there's a Dopey medal that, for Marathon Weekend, and they both have just a little section that lights up. Figment has a little light bulb, and I think on the Dopey one, there's like 2 little gems that light up. So for them to do this, they've got this big, huge, chunky medal that's just so they can insert the mechanics for the light, and it's just... I think it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be happy to earn them, but I definitely would have preferred something a little more along the lines of all the other medals. But yeah, so the half marathon, the full marathon, and that Goofy medal. That Goofy medal is nice.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
The 5 and 10.
I'm sure you've probably seen like 30 million videos of them already, and actually gone to the site for Run Disney and looked at the medals yourselves and all that stuff. Just kind of giving you our opinions on the medals themselves. But Chip and Dale with their medal and Pluto with his medal, I think are fine. The half marathon and the marathon with Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy, normal, I think, are great looking. The Goofy medal, I would have to say, is the best one. Just the color of the medal with the ribbon itself is just great. And then, like she said about the Dopey medal, it's. Yeah.
Well, and also with the Goofy medal, because it has a park icons on each of the corners.
Yeah.
Well,
at least that's a good thing, because if you look at her mug.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're missing a park icon. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but
Oh, I'm sure they have by now. But
yeah, there's one missing.
It's missing, and of all of them, it's the castle that's missing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll see which one they're going to be missing this year.
I know, because I know in Princess that mug had a mistake too.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So.
But yeah, I mean, of course, we're always happy to earn these medals.
Of course. Paid for them.
But we are going forward. We are going to down to Goofy.
Yeah. So Riley will be happy that come next year we'll be doing
2025 will be the 20th anniversary of Goofy, and in 2020, which was our first marathon weekend, it was the 15th anniversary of Goofy.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to say we'll never do Dopey again, but I mean,
we might do it in 2028.
28.
If we're still running.
We're still doing Disney, who knows.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Disneyland. Now we're only doing the half marathon, which we were lucky to get into, thanks to Riley. But that half marathon medal, it's a nice one.
Yeah.
It might end up in my favorites of all time.
Okay. Yeah.
The 5.
But they still haven't shown the Coast to Coast medal, have they?
No.
See, that's the one I'm wondering about. Is what is that going to look like?
Now the 5K, we're not doing it, but I thought that medal was very cute. It's Pluto.
Well, yeah.
But I do, for some reason, I thought that was very cute. The half marathon, not the half marathon, the 10K. It's got Donald and Daisy on it, and I love Daisy. She's my second favorite of the OG characters. I don't like her with the long hair, and she has long hair on that medal. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, anyway. Yeah.
And then the challenge medal. Oh, Dumbo.
The Dumbo.
The Dumbo.
Yeah.
You really liked that one.
It's okay. I mean, I had to look at it again. I don't remember it right offhand.
Oh. Well, I know you said you actually did like it. I mean.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure if I really wanted it, I could just find it on eBay.
Yeah. People sell their medals like all the time. I mean, right now I know there's on Run Disney groups, people sell their medals to help raise money for whatever charity they're running for and everything. And I get it. I mean, because, after you do so many of these, you have a lot of medals. And then if there's 2 of you, you really only need one.
One.
But that half marathon medal, is pretty.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty.
I'd have to take a look at it again.
Oh, it's got the
I'm
gold.
I'm so old. I don't remember.
And then Minnie and Mickey in their retro Disneyland colors, and it's pretty.
Okay.
So yes, that's what we are currently training for. We are not stopping. This weekend though, we supposed to run at 8 miles, but we didn't.
No.
Because he's sick, and I'm hoping I'm not, but I've been feeling icky. Did go out for, I did, what, 3.4, something like that.
Yeah. And I just needed to get out of the house because, being stuck in the house all the time, just bad. So I walked at least a 5K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did do that today. And then this week, again, the one thing I will definitely be focusing on and hopefully not falling off is the strength training.
Yeah.
Because it does help a lot, and I'm really tired of my hamstrings getting sore. I mean, long runs, of course, stuff's going to get sore. I get that. But if I can at least limit it a little bit, then, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting back into the P90X with getting some running in and all that stuff. I might just do the Garmin challenges, whatever my watch tells me I need to do, I'll do. So, I mean, there is no actual plan other than the plan that Breezy has along with our double.
Yeah, we have 3 double ups.
Yeah.
Our first one will be next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we also have Wine and Dine, I guess. But then after Wine and Dine, we've got 2 more double ups before Dopey. We only do double ups. We don't do 3-4 days because, and I'm not saying this in any way to be like arrogant or capricious about it, but the 5 and 10K, the hardest part about those is getting up in the morning, really. It's the half and the full that's
a little worrisome.
That I want to be prepared for.
Yep.
So.
And then we'll see if how hot it's going to be there with the humidity and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Or it could be cold. Who knows? But yeah, is that everything?
Is that it?
Is that it?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, as it gets closer, hopefully we'll be a little more consistent. We say that, but then we aren't. Yeah. The problem is we have different schedules. I work weekends, like this next weekend. I work all weekend.
Yeah.
But we do have. As it gets closer, we'll talk more about our plans.
I'll probably show the experiences of our runs. The wine and dine, the lead up to it, getting there and all that stuff. And then, who knows, maybe I'll post some videos of me getting up really early in the morning and you'll see my beautiful mug. Who knows? There's so many things that we could do to post a little bit more extra challenge. Maybe we could do a stretching video. There's a whole bunch of other things that we could do. A rolling video. Show you rolling on a mat.
Yeah, sure.
Or take your the Osmo Pocket out for a run with you. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we could do, and hopefully you've enjoyed listening to us ramble on, drinking the tea to make us feel better, and hopefully you had your choice of beverage as well. But if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And because it's going to be a long journey coming up. And with that,
the long journey continues.
The long journey continues. Yes. With that. What?
We do want to thank our subscribers, though.
Yes, we do. Thank you for thank you for coming along and all that stuff.
Leave a comment. Chat with us.
Yes, tell us your worries and stuff that are coming up. Or your challenges, your what's those things when your achievements, everything, because we always like to know. We always like to support one of each other.
Yeah, what races have you just run, or are you running? Mm-hmm. Who's running Chicago?
Yeah, there's some big runs coming up.
This next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And
sorry. Wow, we got a whole bunch of things. Maybe we're not done. Okay.
We are going to talk real quick. Berlin, the lottery is open.
Yes.
It opened on the 28th, and it is open until at least early November. Yes. So if you want to throw your hat in, give it a shot. He did.
I did. I need
done.
to do it. And with that being said, we are all done. And we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.
Laters.